Joining us now is Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia. He is the vice chair of the Intelligence Committee. Senator, it's always great seeing you. I thank you for your time. Before, Senator, we get into the Hegseth issue, I just want your thoughts, if you would, on Pope Francis, his impact and his legacy.
Well, I think he made the church more inclusive. I think the fact that a pope would speak to issues of social justice, I'm not a Catholic myself, but I thought he put a human face that brought a lot of young people, not just across North America, but across the world, back into the Catholic Church. And I think he's going to be a hard pope to replace.
And now getting to the other breaking news of the day, President Trump just said he has confidence in Secretary Hegseth. You've opposed Hegseth from day one. You voted against his confirmation. You called on him to resign after the first Signal group chat issue. You're doing so again today. What do you think about these latest revelations?
I think it shows a guy that's way in over his head in a job that's much too big for him. And you saw the little snippet where he fought or pushed back. Well, he didn't deny that he put his family members on this chat. The notion that this is somehow not classified information, the fact that attack plans were being sent out and around before our pilots had actually bombed the Houthis. I would love to take Pete Hegseth down to the Norfolk Naval Station, which is the home port of the aircraft carrier Truman, from which these strikes were launched, and explain to the family and friends of folks on the Truman how this kind of information getting out wouldn't have put their loved ones in harm's way, because he couldn't. And I think it is amazing that he's not been held accountable. I think it's remarkable as well, as you see a number of his senior officials quit. And this is an example, again, of chaos on steroids that are coming out of the DOD. And I just wonder, Jose, when are my Republican senator friends who say they're for national security going to say, this is too much, this is just a bridge too far, and join me and others and say this guy needs to be replaced?
And so, Senator, I'm just wondering, because this would be the second time of confirmation that the Secretary of Defense has utilized this Signal app for communications that included sensitive information, to say the least. For example, do you all in the Senate, in the Intelligence Committee, utilize Signal, the Signal app to communicate any kind of information? And it just seems like it's such a basic question.
Well, Signal, I use Signal. Matter of fact, Signal is safer than traditional cell phone communications, particularly since we know China, through the Salt Typhoon hack, has hacked into our systems. But using Signal, to decide where I'm going to go have dinner with a friend is very different than putting on Signal classified information. And anyone who denies that attack plans before an attack takes place or during an attack taking place, putting out on a non-secure channel, and Signal is not secure, it's better than normal, but it's not fully secure. Saying that's not classified either shows a remarkable ignorance, or they're just flat out lying, because anyone at the DOD or in the intelligence community, if they had done this behavior, they would be fired without question.
Senator, how secure or insecure is Signal?
We do know that our adversaries, the Chinas and the Russians of the world, have tried to penetrate Signal. The thing that we also don't have an answer from yet, because if they have been able to penetrate, you can sometimes drop in malware without actually having control of the phone. We don't even have an answer from the first group of folks that included the vice president and the national security advisors and others. Did anybody even screen their phones for malware? Now we've got Hegseth and his family members and a host of others. Is anybody going back and checking these devices? This is basic cyber and Intel 101, and I have zero confidence that any steps have been taken on remediation. And we've got to have, I've got all the Democrats on Senate Intel. We have written repeatedly on this, gotten no response. when are Republicans going to find the courage to actually speak up for our national security, or are they going to allow this constant drift at DOD, which, again, undermines morale when you see the top getting off with behavior that nobody else would get away with. And then you've seen these more serious folks get fired recently at DOD. I think this is undermining the confidence that our men and women who protect our country have in this senior leadership. And it's time for this guy to go.
And Senator, meanwhile, we're following breaking news about Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's bag stolen from a D.C. restaurant, reportedly containing, well, tons of cash, her ID, including passport and DHS access badge. Just wondering, don't officials have Secret Service protection? I mean, what do you think when you hear this?
Well, again, I don't know the particulars on this incident, but if you're a cabinet member, you have security. And, I can tell you when I was governor, I had security. If I'd left something behind, my guys would make sure it got corrected. But in my mind, this reflects a pattern of sloppiness, of carelessness, of not treating, the information and materials that you receive from in these roles in the government positions in an appropriate manner. And I think it permeates the whole senior level of this administration, where they think they're above the law, they're above any of the normal rules that are made for everyone else, and this will come back and bite us.
Yeah, I mean, and if it was just a run-of-the-mill purse snatching in a restaurant somewhere, I mean, how could something like this happen to whatever else it could have been? Senator, it's always a pleasure to see you. I thank you very much for your time.